Welcome everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Saints Row 4.
We talk good.
We, for some reason, had a screw up, so now we have to do the mission again.
Yeah.
So, another shot.
Are you doing the capture camera thing, or?
Yeah, I'm already doing everything. I didn't.
All of the things are being done. Awesome.
Yes, the stuff's being done. If everybody looks down from my camera, bottom left corner is Krendar.
This ugly bastard over here. Actually, speaking of camera, it was kind of funny. Oh god, we've already seen this. Skip.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, screw that. We
so I passed a link to my playlist for Ori of the Blind Forest to a friend of mine. That girl I was telling you about that I went to the culinary college with.
Yeah. The one that was awkward as hell.
Yeah.
Restage attack. I like it.
So
want to help with the key, and we can get you all loaded into the simulation.
I had different glasses back then, right?
Yeah.
The glasses I'm wearing now I've only had for like 3 months or something like that.
You're selling it
Okay.
much, Matt.
So I sent her the playlist.
All right, you guys are with me for this part. See you
And most of that one I've got the face cam on it. And she's like, hey, you got new glasses, cool. I was like, oh yeah, you haven't seen these yet, have you?
Are you trying to hit on the chick?
Nah.
Or are you just saying that because you're recording this?
What? No.
Shake your head yes or no, and she won't see it.
No, I was, I mean, I was flirting with her in college, but...
But that ship has sailed.
Well, I've decided to let that ship sail because... Well, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, we talked about that in depth. Not in depth.
Keys loaded up. Climb on and make sure.
Oh, we have to do this again?
Yes, that's the annoying part.
Why didn't we upgrade these things then?
I don't know.
Actually, it doesn't matter, does it?
I'm serious.
They kill things in a shot or two anyway.
I still want to be able to just to use my goddamn guitar case gun.
I understand, Kinsey. Look, everything's
Yeah.
gonna be
Oh,
fine.
I'm so happy. I finally hooked back up my PS4.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start my guitar lessons up again.
Pinky swear.
I have Rocksmith for it, and it's actually a good guitar
Saints rule even here.
lesson type thing.
Cool. My PS4 is pretty much just my Bloodborne machine.
What's the situation back there?
Although I've got
Xbox
Infamous
is pretty much
Second
a
Son
Netflix
on it
machine.
as well.
We didn't have time to pad
Actually, you ever play those
I wanted
games?
to play, which one?
Infamous?
I wanted to play it, but I never got a PS3 to play it.
Can't you play it on the PS4?
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta check that. If I can, then I may actually play it.
You really should. That game is awesome. I love Infamous.
It looked interesting, and when a friend was playing it, I kept getting annoyed at him because he was making decisions I didn't like.
Oh, well, yeah.
He went the douchebag route.
Yeah. It's actually easier. The game's easier that way, but the story is shittier.
I know, but I don't like the douchebag route. The douchebag route, as usual, is simple and boring.
I did what I usually do in games that have that kind of
How would we boost the
morality
saves.
binary thing going, is play it both ways. I played good first, and then after I beat the good route, I started playing the game over again and played the evil route.
What we were getting at was
I don't think that was a request for one, Matt.
Just to see how it plays out differently. I love some of the moments in that game that... Some of the morality moments in that game are actually kind of awesome.
Chipped a nail.
But I'm trying to be vague about it because of... if people haven't seen it or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's old enough that it's, you know...
Alright, well
free
if you don't care if I spoiler bits.
Go ahead.
At
It's
one
been proven
point
that
about...
spoilers don't actually destroy enjoyment.
About 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the game, there's a point where the villain that's been basically your nemesis throughout the game,
Yeah.
he kidnaps your ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
Well, I guess she's I can't remember if they're officially ex or together but on the rocks or whatever.
Did I expect
The,
anything
the,
Your
else?
relation- the relationship is
interest.
complicated, but
Just love interest. Let's go with that.
Key off this
Yeah.
rocket into the system ASAP. We'll get it done.
she's angry at him. He's trying to make up, whatever. He kidnaps her, and he gives you an ultimatum, right?
Yeah.
He gets to this point where there's two buildings that are about the same height, that are
Look for a hard fight.
close to each other, but a bit too far away for each other for reasons. And he's like, okay, both of these buildings are rigged with bombs, on a timer. At the top of this building, I've tied up your girlfriend.
Yeah.
At the top of the other building, I've tied up 6 doctors. Now note that in the storyline of this game, there's a huge crisis going on in the city which has been placed under quarantine.
Yeah, hence why you have your powers or some shit like that.
Sort of. It's tied together anyways.
Yeah.
But the point being,
Hell?
the city's walled off from the rest of the country, and there's rampant violence and chaos going on.
Use your telekinesis
Yeah.
to get the key
Right?
there.
The portal isn't far. Let's
So, it's one of those situations where doctors are even more important than usual because of all this shit that's going on. So it's like, okay, here's some doctors which are very badly needed by the city in general right now. And here's your girlfriend. The timer on the bombs is so restricted that you've only got time to save one. Or the
Yep.
other. Which one are you gonna pick?
Damn, they put up a force field.
The good guy picks the doctors, the bad guy picks the
Everyone
girlfriend,
protect
right?
the key. No problem.
Yeah.
It'll be just like that bit
But I
in
mean,
Drunken City.
hold on, I'm coming. But
The fuck?
here's the twist, though, in a way. Wait, you're okay. Why do I have to revive a homie?
No, I'm not okay. I'm like above the key.
Oh, but you've got a health meter still. Well, that must be your revive
Almost
meter.
done, Sid?
Please do not rush
There you
in,
go.
unless you would like the field to overload and electrocute you all.
So here's the kick in the ass, though.
Only
Yeah.
you
And the
would
spoiler.
end up dead if it overloaded. I already
He
shielded
turned it
my
around and
from
told you the wrong
field's
ones.
frequency before
Nope.
I began my hack. Hence, why it has taken
If
me
you
this long.
save your girlfriend,
kind of a dick thing to do, mate.
and therefore, you know, the selfish option, then your girlfriend calls you a selfish asshole and dumps you for good.
That's not cool, man.
Like, you were already on the rocks, but, like, it's officially over because you let those doctors die like a selfish asshole. So you're still fucked. You lose her either way. Basically.
So it's best to be a good guy in that one, huh?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to know that's going to happen when you make
The
a choice,
shield is
right?
now down.
Sid, with me.
So the other option, like, you save the doctors and let her die, but just before she dies, she tells you about how proud of you she is for making the right choice.
I'll be cut off from communication.
So she
Yay.
So you might have been on the rocks, but she's forgiven you.
Let's go.
To watch this
Not quite what I
simulation
was
destroyed?
expecting, but okay.
Gladly.
But
I will
she's
harness
gone.
the system's energy to fuel the power cells on the key.
All right, do what you gotta. Listen all
So a
day
bit of a
thing,
twist
or-
thing
The
happening in a
energy flow is
way.
being regulated.
The whole
Open
she's
breakage
proud of
should
you and
increase
she's
the
okay
power.
with death because it means other people get to live.
Yeah.
Or
Destroying good
she's
things, huh?
annoyed that you did
3
this.
is the optimal number for powering many different
Yeah,
systems
exactly.
in Zinyak simulations.
Try again, Sid.
Then would you believe it is actually just an arbitrary number that sounded good at the time to the system creator?
Why can't it ever just
What
be
the
2? Or 1? Or none?
I'm doing the goddamn smash.
Does it have a blue glow on it?
No.
Hold on.
Maybe I'm doing the wrong smash. There we go.
I just did the standard smash.
Yeah, I was doing the, I think Elemental, which made it
Where's
screwed up.
where's
Does
the
that do
key?
it?
That tickles.
There it is.
Sid, don't. You know what? I'll focus on fighting.
With Sid, it is sometimes better not to ask.
I always win my arguments.
Alright, I'm keeping an eye on the actual key this time versus just, you know, assuming it'll be okay.
I also like how the Infamous series has basically... Okay, for the first 2 games you're the same character, right?
Yeah?
But for the one on PS4,
You become like this Native
you're
American
a
dude?
totally new guy. Yeah, you're a Native American guy.
A suppression field has shut down the power output. The field
I
must
suspect
be
you might be
removed.
half because you
I'll
don't
take it
look
down.
completely native to me. But
Not surprising.
But that's because they used motion capture and it was a white actor. You know?
Yeah. Even though they
But
could put a different skin over, the actor in general.
Could have been. Also, I think they never actually show your parents in the game, so I think your parents are actually not around anymore anyways.
Power now
But-
restored.
Of course you're not.
Continuing to channel energy.
Really cool story and really cool a lot of things in that game, honestly. I love that game. But I was going to say is
These guys suck.
you never really noticed this in the first two games, but because you're playing a different character in the third one, it becomes a bit more apparent that you're not just some guy with superpowers in general. Like, okay, you know how they call them conduits, right?
Yeah. Because you're a whole electricity and shit like that?
Yeah, but the whole conduit thing is based on materials or things, right?
Yeah.
Now, Cole McGrath happened to be based around electricity. And he fought guys who were about, like, junk was one of them. Like, sort of just like garbage slash scrap metal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Was one of your enemies. And then there was a fire person and an ice person.
Of course.
But those are mostly energies. Oh shit, I fell.
The server is
What's gonna
protected
happen?
by a force field.
Okay, I just
And you
warped
need
back
it
up. Good.
busted. That it?
Correct.
Zinyak was supposed to be.
But it also extends to materials
I
rather
do
than
not
just
understand.
energies.
Look at these shields. Shouldn't they be connected to something that isn't
So-
so easy to break?
Now you are just talking crazy.
I'm always on.
The
when it
main
counts.
villain in Second Son is a concrete conduit.
Okay.
And she just does all these badass things with concrete powers. That's pretty cool. And what was the other thing? Then there's a guy who's got smoke as his thing, which naturally involves a little bit of flame effects, but it's largely smoke based. But then there's a couple of others, like if you've seen the advertising
I am
material,
coming for you, Zinyak.
you'll see
Today
that
your simulations come to an end.
the character you play is
Only
portrayed
I
as
will
having
remain.
these smoke
Oh, this is
powers,
all
right?
about you, huh?
Yeah.
Do not ruin this moment for me.
But the whole thing with the story is it turns out that for some reason your character is actually like... It's kind of like the show Heroes, if you've ever seen that.
Back in the day, yeah. God, that's an old reference. That's
Where
probably
there's,
getting a reboot.
I hope so. I missed that show. Anyway, remember how the main guy...
No problem.
Like he stole your
It
powers.
turned out that
Stole-
that he could like mimic powers, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out that that's what you are in infamous Second Son. What happens is, the reason why he never realized he was a conduit is because he's basically a powers conduit, right?
Yeah.
He has to touch another conduit
Probably go, yeah?
that would be a
before
good
anything
idea.
happens, and then he inherits their power set. And now he's never touched a conduit before, so therefore he's never absorbed any powers before.
Okay. Okay.
And therefore
that
he
makes
didn't
sense.
realize he was a conduit himself.
Until like he comes across the conduit that's dying, wasn't it? Like I remember the
he
opening
was
scene.
he was trapped by a flipped van or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he was in danger of dying because like he was trapped by a vehicle that was on fire and stuff.
Yeah.
So he helps get him out, and in the process of pulling him out, their hands touch, and boom, he's got these smoke powers.
You could say he has the touch.
He's got the power. So
I don't remember the rest of that song.
yeah, me neither.
Something dry to the stone.
So the thing is, even though they advertise him as just having the smoke powers, because he's a conduit power leech, throughout the game he actually learns 2 new power sets after that.
Okay.
And they're really interesting. But the thing is, the way it works is they're all full power sets, just like Cole McGrath has his full power set.
Yeah.
But remember how Cole... He had like an ammo bar, right? Like he had like
he
a mana
little
system
energy
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in order to recharge his powers, he had to drain sources of electrical power, like circuit
Like
breakers or batteries.
Generators and shit like that.
Like he had to pull electricity out of electrical sources to recharge himself, right?
game?
Same
Are we
thing.
gonna-
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Same thing in this game, but it all depended on what your power set was, right?
Yeah.
So, in order for him to change what his current active power set was, because he can't just actively channel all three at once. One of the three is his active one.
God damn it, game.
I know,
Don't do this to me. Fuck.
So you would change whatever your active power set was by draining from a source of whatever power set you want to be switching to.
Yeah.
So let's say you're one of the new power sets and you want to switch back to smoke, you go drain smoke from something. Usually it's chimney stacks. Or wrecked cars.
You just stand there. Oh.
Well, it's just like how Cole did it. He does a little stance, he pulls it out.
Fuck, I may have to restart the game.
I don't know what's happening.
It just decided to be on this weird long freeze.
I don't know about you, but I'm on infinite loading screen.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Alright, everybody will be back with the next episode once we figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yep, that thing.